When you moved to Colorado, is that when you became friends with Hunter S. Thompson?
Well, we were his neighbor. We were his closest neighbor. I'll tell you a very, very funny story about that. When I met my future wife, we were dating at the time. We weren't married yet, and we were getting very serious. And we were living. I was living in my little condo. I had this little condo out there, and we're thinking about buying a house. And she comes from a farm. She grew up on a farm in Illinois, so she's always had tons of animals and things like that. So she found this piece of property out in Woody Creek, which is right outside of Aspen, and where you had a barn and you could have animals, et cetera, et cetera. So the real estate agent was a really good friend of mine. We go out there and we're standing on the property, kind of looking around, and all of a sudden we hear these 2 shotgun blasts. Boom, boom. And then all of a sudden, and the little barn that we were standing next to had a metal roof, and all of a sudden pellets going all over the metal roof. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? He goes, oh, that's your neighbor. That's Hunter. Don't worry about it. He's fine. And I'm like, okay. I said, wait a second. I said, we're going to move into a house that's literally shotgun distance from this guy who shot at us.
No.
I think no, I'm serious. I think he knew that someone was going to buy the property and he was putting a shot across the bow, seriously, metaphorically, of course. Yeah. And I was like, and he said, no, he's great, man. No, it won't be a problem. And so then over the years, we became friends, and, I'd go up there and watch Monday Night Football with him and the sheriff and all that. And he was, if he liked you, he was fantastic, and he liked being Hunter. He liked the slouch hat with the cigarette holder and the motorcycle and the big glass of, gin or whatever he was drinking. But, deep down inside, he was he's from Kentucky. He was a Southern gentleman. And, we didn't see a lot of each other, but, we went to his funeral, the one that Johnny Depp, put on, right, where they shot his ashes out of a cannon. We were there for that.
Wow.
And it was freaking crazy. So yeah, even now we still have our house there. And if you drive out our lane, you drive directly into his driveway.
It just seems like it'd be hard to talk to someone like that because they're kind of out there and philosophical. Or was he more down to earth that you can easily carry a conversation once you got to know him a little bit?
Well, you fucking talk like this. God, that's all right. He mumbled all the time. It's funny. I was asked to write this article for a magazine in Colorado or Aspen. And what had happened was, in that little barn that we were thinking of buying, his red land shark, the one from Fear and Loathing, mm-hmm, was in that barn. And I said to the real estate agent, I said, why is this guy's car in someone else's property? He goes, oh, that's Hunter's. And he had put a padlock on the door, and it wasn't his property. And he said, well, this is Woody Creek. This is not like other places. He goes, you'll figure this out. So when the time came, we were going to use this little barn as a kind of a guest house. We were going to convert it to an apartment, live there while we, built the rest of the house. And so the keys were in the car. So I jump started it. And because I went to his house, knocked on his door, he never answered. So I just literally pulled the car straight up in front of his kitchen door and just left it there. And 20 years went by. He never said a word to me about it. I think he just thought it appeared, just like appeared in front of his house.
That's funny. Where the fuck is that? All right.
Yeah. No, it was great. We,
that's cool.
Yeah, like
that's
I said,
cool.
We'd go up there and watch Monday Night Football, and I got all kinds of stories.